What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hot Radio. Shout in, stepping in the building. I got a legend and his son off in this thing. Zaytoven Zayskii, what's good with it, fellas?
What's up, B? What's up, bro?
Man, feeling good, feeling great. Now, I mean, young Zayskii. I mean, you out here killing the streets right now as we speak, sir. I mean, that remix of that Dreamin', that's one of my favorite joints. But then you got that up through. Talk to me about these bangers, sir.
All right, so first, Dreamin', I made that one. That's a little old, but I made it I was just bored in my room. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was just listening to. No. That's not why I did it. Why did I do it? I just heard the song pop on my For You page on TikTok, and I was like, you know what, bro? I want to remix this song.
Okay.
So I got bored, and I remixed it, and took me 30 minutes. Posted on TikTok before I went to sleep. Woke up and went viral. I was like, oh, okay, that's hot for a remix. Okay, and then I posted another video the same day. 1 million views, just like that. I was like, okay, well, if it's doing this good, I'm gonna just drop it tonight. Drop it tonight, then.
They tell me that you was into sports before this music, though, sir. Was it when you started dropping those remixes and those bangers and you started seeing those millions of views that you said, you know what, forget this is where I need to be at?
Nah.
I mean, what made that transition happen, sir?
Senior year, realizing, really thinking about what I want to do in life and, is this really what I want to do for the rest of my life? Do I really want to eat, sleep basketball? And I love basketball, don't get it twisted, I love basketball, but, college level, that's a whole nother, it take a lot. It take a lot to do that. And it's not like I'm the biggest, or I'm the fastest or strongest. Yeah. I don't just got the best. You know, I can shoot real good, I can jump real high, but I'm not just oh my gosh, he's the greatest, he's so nice in basketball. So, I started really focusing on music, and then that's what ended up happening.
Now, they say that you self-taught like Pops, though, man. I mean, so what is it in this DNA that just allows y'all to hear something and start automatically playing shit around here?
It's the gift.
That's the gift. I think it's a gift we got. That's all it is.
It ain't got nothing going on around here.
Definitely a gift.
It's a gift for sure.
So, leaking at your daddy doing his thing, though, Ski, did you feel like did you want to not be in his shadow with it, or was this something that you was like, you know what, Pop's doing it, I'm inheriting the greatness, and I'm going to go ahead and run with it?
Well, I didn't even tell. A lot of people still don't even know that he's my dad. Okay. A lot of big people don't even know that that's my dad. So I try not to bring him in my stuff, but when it's around, when it's in the air, of course I'm gonna say, I got me and my dad with me, or it's me and or I'm gonna mention it in the song or something. But I'm not just on social media. Yo, I'm Zaytoven's son. Check me out. You should listen to me because I'm Zaytoven's son. Or I don't really say nothing about him being my dad. It's almost like if you know, you know.
Creative process, though, man. When you get in that studio and it's time to make these hits, how we coming up with these things, sir?
Off the top, I've never written down any lyric in my life.
My God.
Ever.
So it's all vibes.
Yeah, it be vibes.
So break down the different vibes, though. I mean, is it for the ladies? Is it for the players? Is it for the hustlers? Is it for the gangsters?
I'm okay. If it's late at night, then the vibe's probably for the ladies.
Okay.
If it's off the wake up, it's probably straight up tempo thumping vibes. Yeah. And if it's middle of the day, then I'm just on some chill, melodic, a little singing, a little rapping, but a little mixture.
Yeah.
That's what the vibes be. And then studio would be whatever I'm on in the studio.
When it comes to your audience, though, Ski, what is it that you want them to take from Zayskii out here, though, man? I mean, what do you want that listener to hear in your music and really feel and take away from this thing, man?
I just really want them to feel good, just make them, just inspire them. That's what I want to do. When somebody hear my music, I want to inspire them. Even if you don't make music, I want them to hear my music and make them go try and make music just cause. Yeah, even if they don't they could be a tennis player for all I care. But just cause they heard my song, they be like, you know what, I could probably make a song. To make them feel good. Get them and go do something, make them go work it or something,
Yeah. When it comes to the messages, though, in the music, though, man, what are you telling these folks?
It depends. I might have a song with a message, and some songs I might just be talking about anything. I might be talking about flexing.
Exactly.
But I'm not even, I'm not trying to be a flexer, but that's how you come up with rhymes and stuff. That's how you come up with vibes.
Now, when you ain't jamming those Zayskii, what are you doing for it, though, sir?
What you mean, who am I listening to, or?
No, just on a regular day basis. Are you hitting the mall and tearing down the walls in the mall?
Oh, yeah,
or you
for
hitting
sure.
the basketball court? What we doing for it?
It's either that or I'm at LA Fitness or I'm recording. I'm pretty simple.
Does that exercise open up your mind and, inspire that creativity as well?
Yes and no. Sometimes it hurts me. When I be recording too much, because then I start to run out of. I'm like, well, dang, I done made 20 songs. I don't know how much long I go. Yeah. And sometimes when I take a break, I start recording for a couple days, and I come back, I instantly just make a hit. I be like, oh yeah, I'm back. I needed to take a break.
Mm-hmm. When you play that music for Dad, though, Ski, what does Pops got to say when he hears this music? Is he a harsh critic, or does he just say, you know what, you need to do this, you need to do that?
No, I mean, I could definitely tell. Like, if he just sitting there just bobbing his head, then I'm like, okay, he probably just think it's all right.
Yeah.
But when he like, you know, after he like, oh, nah, say this, you need to promote this, or nah, say you need to get a feature for this, then I'm like, okay, he really like it.
When it comes to the artists out here in the game now, man, who inspired you coming up? Who were you listening to growing up, man?
Migos, Future,
Okay.
Gucci. You know, whoever he worked with, that's who I listen to. that's really who I listen to.
Zay, so you got all of your player partners on repeat in the house, man?
Well, I think it's past that. He grew up around all these guys. He was in a Walker in the studio, like when Gucci coming to, you know, record, or OJ coming, or when Future at the house, or all these different artists. He's right there in the studio.
Yeah.
I think me, this is my first son, so of course I'm gonna have him on my hip at everything I'm doing. So he's right there hearing this music, probably not caring about it, but subconsciously it's getting into him, getting instilled in him, like, this the type of music I like.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I think that's how it came about.
What is it like seeing your son taking after your footsteps, though, Zay?
I mean, what would make a dad prouder than, you know, your son coming doing the same thing you doing?
Yeah. So, I mean, any pointers, though, what kind of pointers do you give him? And then also, with you being the OG in the game, you done seen it all, Zay.
I seen it all.
So what are you preparing this man for?
Well, what I'm mostly doing is letting him know how tough it is to even make it in this music.
Yeah.
And then how consistent you got to be. You know, even when it don't look good, even when you don't feel like it, you still got to stay at it. You still got to promote. You still got to, you know, keep recording and keep, you know what I mean, putting songs out there. So, because I think that's a lot of times for artists, that's where it get frustrating, when it's like, man, I'm making music, but it ain't going nowhere. I need some money. Now I got to go work a regular job. That stuff get tough.
Yeah.
So, you know, with him, I'm trying to teach him that. Like, when I was making music, I was cutting hair in the barbershop. I had the #1 song with Papers with Usher, and I was still cutting hair in the barbershop.
Get out of here.
No, straight up, man. I was in the barbershop almost half of my career, still going to work every day.
Talk about mental health, sir, because at the end of the day, if you got the #1 song on the radio, heading for a Grammy in this thing, and you still working, what was going through your mind at that time?
I think that's what I am. I'm a workhorse, and you got to think I get up every morning to see my mama go to work, my daddy going to work. I feel like music is fun. It's a hobby. I enjoy doing this. So I can't sit around the house and just make music all day. I can do that when I come from work.
Yeah.
So I'm getting up, going to the barbershop. And I love being at the barbershop.
Yeah.
You know, barbershop talk, you cutting hair, you having fun, joning all day. It's like, I like the atmosphere. So it wasn't that I just needed the money to be there. It's just I enjoyed the atmosphere.
Exactly. Zayskii, how often do you and Pops get in the studio and jam together, sir?
I'm gonna be honest. Not at all, really. Like, I'm upstairs in my room recording, he downstairs. We kind of like be doing our own thing. And then every now and then we'll like, you know, hey, let's do this right here or something. But
what's that collaboration like when y'all get in there? Is there any competition in there either? Because see, you're a producer as well, man.
I be leaving the beach to him. I'm a producer every now and then, but when we working together, I'm the artist, he the producer.
Okay.
Now if you want to, if you like, hey, say, help me with these drums, or help me with these keys right here, help me with this part of the song right here, or these claps or the snares, then I'll come help him. But
Zayskii, with you being a younger artist though, man, having a whole different ear and a whole different vibe, because you understand the stuff from the young folks standpoint, man. What is that like for you trying to explain to your daddy what the sound is at now and what's going on now?
Struggle every time I play somebody new. He be like, man, he all right. he ain't gonna go nowhere. He gonna last for about a couple of weeks and then he gonna be gone. But I try my best though. It be working every now and then. Like, you know, sometimes he'll be like, okay, I kind of like him, or I kind of like this artist, or I like her, or she cool. But for the most part, he be like, yeah, they all right. Yeah, they cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they don't sound too good, but you know.
Zay, you got a cheat code with Zayskii at the same time too, because you got a young man that's in it. So I mean, what does his ear say to you that kind of helps you to tune in what you got going on moving forward?
Zayskii has been my A&R for I can't remember how many years back. You know, he always the guy telling me, Daddy, you need to work with this person, or you need to do something with him. And I'm like, he said, I might listen to him like, Ain't that what y'all like? I mean, he okay and this and that. Not knowing that this artist that he bringing to me gonna be the next big thing.
My God.
So I'm one of those artists. The only reason I done been around for as long as I done been around is working with new up and coming artists.
Yeah.
It's not that the big labels reaching out to me to work on this album, none of that. It's always a new artist I've been, working on. That's what kept me relevant.
I gotta ask you this though, Zay. Do you understand what you mean to hip hop and the city of Atlanta when it came to working with these new artists and legendary artists at the same time, and the smackdown that you put down in the game for everybody?
I definitely understand it, but I don't never want to just live off of that. I'm like one of those guys. Like, I'm competitive still. I still want to be relevant. I still want to, feel like, man, no, Zay the real deal. I want to show and prove over and over again.
Yeah.
So I don't live off of the, the legacy of, oh, Zay, you the GOAT, you this and that. I love that. But at the same time, it's like, bro, I got more.
Yeah,
I want to show
exactly.
you I still can do this. And somebody like him helps me get right back in that bag because he's brand new.
Yeah.
So, it's like I get to show it all over again.
With you being brand new back in the day, though, Zay, I mean, who kind of guided you and mentored you early in the game to help you figure out what you needed to do, especially coming into the A from the Bay with it?
I didn't have nobody, man. I had nobody really just showing me the ropes.
Yeah.
Like, the guy that helped me get, in the game, JT, the bigger figure. He was a big part of how to maneuver and how to move around and, make my own independent moves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've been doing from the beginning. And all the guys, like I said, I came in the game with guys that was coming up as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like Gucci just coming up.
Yeah.
So we was learning all the stuff together.
Talk to me about the trajectory of an artist, though, man. Those humble beginnings to those superstar finishes. What is that whole transition like as a producer working with them along the way?
It's amazing, bro, because I done seen every artist go from, I'm talking about sleeping on the couch to, man making $1 million a week right now.
My God.
You know what I mean? They like the biggest stars in the world.
Yeah.
So, and that's what keeps me excited about music. It's because I know for a fact that somebody you don't know this person right now, he ain't big, but give him a little time, he gonna be the biggest star.
What is that star quality that they all have in common, man?
It's just the it factor. Some artists got different things about them that makes them special.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can see it or hear it and be like, that person got something special.
Yeah.
They the truth. They gonna make it.
Yeah.
And and I always use my gifts and abilities to attach to that person.
Yeah.
Cause to them, Zaytoven is the best producer in the world.
Yeah.
So that makes it easy for me. It makes it be like, okay, they want to work with Zaytoven, and I want to work with them.
Yeah.
We put our talents together, and that's how you get these stars.
Zayskii, growing up in a house with this man, bringing all of these stars through all the doggone time, which artists did you commune with the most and respect the most, and which ones passed that hurt you the most personally because you was thinking, I remember my daddy working with this guy?
The one who I probably communicate with the most is probably Gucci. Like, every time he over, I'm more familiar with him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like other artists, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of, like I said, I'd be in my room. Like, they be there, but like I don't really go down and go bother them. I might say what's up and then just go back upstairs and start recording or something. But as far as like respect and all of that, probably Gucci. Like he the most. I see him the most, so like an uncle. I ain't gonna. He's like little like like
Yeah.
And as far as artists that like who passed by that really hurt me, not really really none.
Yeah.
I just either I see him or I don't see him. I don't really be like, oh dang, I should have been down there, or they down there. I say what's up. Let them do their thing.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Zay, working with all of these artists though, man, because I mean, you've seen this city on this trajectory going crazy to where Atlanta was just a hotbed, and then you seen it turn into a slick murder capital at the same time.
Yeah.
What was that like for you being a producer in the midst of all of this stuff, man?
Man, it's hurtful to see that,
Yeah.
When the music was right here, when it was doing this, and then it got here. I remember all the different phases that, that Atlanta was going through.
Yeah.
So for somebody like me to have a big part of it or have a place in it was amazing. So when you start seeing it going like in a ugly direction, then you be like, dang, bro, why? I'm just ready. I would just be ready for it to get out of that and come back. Well, I think right now Atlanta's coming. The music is coming back, being fun. It's it's exciting. A lot of artists are going retro. Like even these young kids, man. I just listened to a song these girls got that's on the beat I did 15, 20 years ago for OJ. It's like, but that's the new thing right now.
Exactly.
When he do the songs you talking about, like Up Through or whatever, these are beats that I made in 2008, 2007. And it's like, what is it? It's something about what we did back in the day. Yeah. It's popping right now. So that's a good thing.
Early on, when you see Gucci and Jeezy get into it, man, what was that like as a producer, thinking that, hey, man, I got a hit record with both of y'all and can't nobody figure it out?
That was easy for me because I knew Gucci. Yeah. I didn't really know Young Jeezy at the time. I knew Young Jeezy by the way of Gucci Man. That whole song having like Gucci like, man, Jeezy want to do a song with us and this and that. Yeah. But if anybody know, I was all Gucci back then. I ain't really care about nothing else but Gucci Man. Yeah. So that was like, I wish they both could have used the song, but at the time it was just Gucci using it. I was okay with that. Yeah. You know what I mean? I ain't had no problem with that.
I gotta go through some tracks, Zay, because while I got you in here, I gotta ask you, Dad, about some of my favorite records that got me through some things. Okay. One of them is Migos Versace, sir.
Versace.
When they dropped that and you saw the young Migos coming in there, man, did you think that this song is a smash hit? And then when Drake hopped on it, what was going through your mind?
So there's never been a song I done that I felt like this just is a smash hit. Cause I work in bulk. Like we record that song, let's record some more. Let's keep recording. Yeah. We don't know which song gonna stand out. Yeah. I didn't know Versace was gonna be what it was until like I was out in California and they was like, bro, we finna play this new song. Like we got Zaytoven in the building. They played Versace. Yeah. And I was like, this is before Drake got on it. Yeah. And I was like, well, bro, why would they, like that's the song that's sticking out. I didn't know that. Yeah. It wasn't but a week or so later, I got a leaked copy of Drake verse on it. I was like, oh, bro, this song out of here.
My God.
And for me, that was 2013. My first song, So Icy, was 2004. So this is like a whole year, 10 years later, where it's like, bro, I got a whole brand new start all over again.
What does a hit do for you, though, Zay? When you get that hit, what does it do to your stock? What does it do to your ego? What does it do to everything?
It boosts everything, man. Yeah. Your morale go up, your excitement, you know what I mean? You're inspired all over again. That's always what, a hit song does. Yeah. Yeah, it makes you feel like, man, I got new life. Yeah. I'm ready to start all over and, start from the beginning all over again.
As a producer dealing with industry politics, though, too, man, I mean, how do you get Young Ski ready to go through this kind of stuff? Because, I mean, you might have a song with Dolph, you might have a song with Yo Gotti, you might have a song with everybody in this thing, but you working. Yeah, I'm working, you ain't trying to get caught up in the middle of that. Yeah. What do you tell Young Ski so he could get through it the right way?
More than talking to him, I just try to show and prove the way I move with, with different situations and how I move with people. I'm one of those people that it don't matter who I ever work with, they gonna have just good things to say about me. And they gonna know if two different artists kind of clash, and they know Zaytoven ain't got nothing to do with that. Yeah. Even if one of them was rapping on the beat, dissing each other, they know my character, so they know, man, he ain't not a part of that. Yeah. That ain't what he on. And that's what I always try to teach my son is, his character, having a great character where people know, how you are and how you feel about things, so they can't mix you up in nothing like that.
I feel that. Zayskii, how do you feel about the state of hip-hop and where we're at with it right now, man? And what is it that you want to bring to this game to upgrade it, sir?
Right now I'm bringing back the old sound. Ooh. Yeah, that's really what I've been on.
We need that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And to the new people, it's like a new life. They ain't never heard it before. Yeah. Or if they did hear it, it was 30-something years ago. So now to hear it again by younger artists, make them be like, oh, yeah, no, we need to keep doing this. Yeah. But the state of hip hop, it's all over. I ain't gonna lie, it's all over the place because anybody could be a hip hop artist now. It could be a 13-year-old little boy. Yeah. Matter of fact, I just seen a kid that I don't know if you seen him. He crazy too. He sound like Justin Bieber, like seriously, like down to a T. He sounds so good. I don't know who he is, but he like 13 or something or 14. I forgot his name, but he sounds just like Justin Bieber. So it'd be people like that who could be artists now. I mean, I know back in the day Justin Bieber was young doing it, but like we got so much social media that you can find out about them in an instant. You can just search up kid who sounds like this.
Yeah.
Kid pop up. Yeah. Now enough people investing in him. Now he the biggest thing talking about right now. And then you never know, he might fall off in like a month.
Fast.
And it's a whole nother artist coming in who sound like a robot.
Yeah.
And then he blowing up.
Yeah.
And then there's another artist coming in. It's like a whole bunch of everybody making music.
Yeah. Zayskii, how do you feel about social media, man, and having that toolkit over there ready to go? Because like you said, when you jumping out there and you hit for millions of views at a time versus having to go to radio, how do you feel about social media being a platform that can help you get to where you need to go?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's good and bad, because sometimes people who really like got talent could put their stuff out there and then they can end up getting a whole lot of hatred or something, and then they get demoralized and they don't even want to do music no more. And then it's a random kid who live from who knows where, and he sound like trash, but everybody for some reason like it.
Yeah.
And now they watching him blow up, and then it's like, well, dang, what I'm doing wrong? And then it can make somebody who really love making music not want to make music no more.
Yeah.
Because they feel like, why can't I do it if this dude who don't even sound that good doing it?
Exactly. Zay, your mental health though too, I wanted to ask you about that part of the game. When you see these artists come in from 0, you see them go to 100 and you see them tragically pass away, man. How did that impact you over the years, and was there ever a time that you was like, you know what, F this, I'm done?
That's the most hurtful thing, is really seeing these guys, like, you know, like they be right there with me. Like say Bankroll Fresh.
Scream.
Like, you know what I mean? That's just with me all day, every day. It's like a little brother, you know what I mean? I mean, Fresh was the type of guy, he'll come to my house, he'll eat dinner with us. If I got choir rehearsal, he gonna ride with me there. If I'm going down to my grandma's house in Columbus, Zay, come on, Zay, I'm gonna ride with you. You know, it's like, it was one of those things. So, and then it's hurtful to see, like, dang, you know, he just passed away.
Yeah.
And I didn't seen that so much with all these artists. So I feel like one of the reasons God put me even in the position that I'm in is to kind of help and show a certain type of character, so these young guys won't be into the stuff they into.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of these guys, they street, they come from the street.
Yeah.
But I always try to keep those guys around me and keep them close, so they might say, well, you know what, let me move like this, or let me, you know, do things like this. So, and I feel like that, for me, that's like, I don't want to say like a ministry, but it's something that I feel like God put me in that position where they call me Zaytoven, the Trap Father, to be around these type of people, but give a good influence.
Exactly.
So I, you know, I hate seeing that, and I don't want to see that anymore. So I try my best to do much as I can.
Yeah.
You know how you can't just talk somebody, you can't talk them to death and say, bro, you need to do this and that. You just got to keep them under your hip and then try to move a certain way with them. So and teach them that way.
Bankroll popping shit though, man. How did that banker come about in that video shoot and all of that, man?
Man, me and Bankroll was recording every day, all day.
My God.
And what makes guys like him so great is he can come over to my house every day and record me, then go somewhere else and record with somebody else, you know, all day, every day. So it's just, you know, real gift. I remember hearing him for the first time rapping on a beat that I ain't give him. I don't know how he got it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's most artists though. Most artists like it's right now, like these girls that's got the song going, I didn't know like they rapping on my beat until they snap, they rapping on my beat. But it's a blessing though. It's a blessing that, because these songs are going up. So he was one of them guys, man. The guy brought him to me like, Zay, you need, Wallow had brought him to me like, Zay, you gotta hear this young kid. I heard him for the first time, and it was like he moved in the next day. That's just how it was.
That's crazy.
That's how much I liked him. Yeah.
Who did you have the best chemistry with in there, man?
I'ma always have to say Gucci.
Okay.
I'ma always have to say as Gucci was the best chemistry I had, because we came in the game together. We created a sound.
How did y'all meet, Zay?
So I was cutting hair at Candler Road at the hair school. I was going to hair school to get my barber license.
Yeah.
But I had a studio in my parents' house.
Yeah.
I'm the new kid, came from California, got a little studio in his parents' house in the basement. So everybody wanted to come through. Somebody I knew was friends with Gucci. Gucci came over with him one day. Gucci heard the beats and everything. I had a studio. He like, man, I want you to make a beat for my little nephew.
Yeah.
He wrote the song. The song was called Lil Buddy.
Yeah.
The artist's name was Lil Buddy. And it was just like, it went from that to Gucci in there, you know, trying to coach him and rapping a song for him. And I was like, dang, Gucci just had something special to me, where it ended up he started rapping. Then he started calling me every day. Say, I'm going to come over there, let's do a song. That went. I'm talking about every 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Gucci call. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm coming over to the house. Just record.
Yeah.
And we was I know I was recording to put it on CD and go listen to it in the car.
Yeah.
I didn't think about blowing up or none of that. Yeah, I didn't think about none of that. I just wanted to, listen to the songs we did. So, and it just went from there, man. So I think we got the best chemistry for sure.
When your music started going global, though, Zay, what was that feeling like for you, man?
I always felt like it was luck. I always felt like it's not gonna happen. Like, I got lucky and got a song that blew up. I'm gonna embrace this moment and love, the time.
Yeah.
But I feel like, so many one-hit wonders and so many songs that blow up, and then that artist ain't really nobody no more.
Yeah.
So I almost felt like this might be happening. That's why I kept going to the barbershop. Like, I got a hit song, but I still gotta, I still gotta work and provide and be like a man. So I always looked at it like that.
Facts.
So it wasn't until it started happening over and over again, like, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's something to it.
When you got in there with Trouble, though, and you kind of slick changed his sound at that time, man, because I remember telling Trouble, I like, now, this stuff I was hearing before you got with Zay, this stuff I'm hearing now.
Yeah.
What was that like when y'all got in that studio, man?
Man, Zay did it. I remember we doing that project.
Yeah.
Man, one thing about artists like Trouble, just all the artists I work with in the city, they make me look good. You know what I mean? It's not, I be trying to let people know, it's not that I don't feel like I'm just so great. It's just I keep working with all these great artists, and they bring something different, or they bring something different to my sound, and it start making me look like, man, Zay, he the guy. But it's like, it's the artist that's really, making me look real good. So Trouble just brought a whole different sound out of, what I was doing.
Gucci Mane, Jeezy versus, sir. One of those monumental moments in hip hop, man. What was going through your mind that whole time, Zay?
Man, I was excited for it.
Yeah.
I remember Gucci called me, Gucci and P called me like, man, Zay, Gucci, like Jeezy and Gucci gonna do the verses.
Yeah.
And I think they might have been saying, no, Gucci, I don't think you need to do it, this and that. And I was like, what? No, you got to do it. That's why they called me, because they know with me and Gucci, I'm always going to amp Gucci up. Like, we got to do it for sure.
Come on.
And Gucci was like, yeah, I want to do it. So I remember going, I was just excited. I'm mostly excited because it has to do with, a lot of my history. 90% of the song Gucci gonna perform was produced by me, so like, it's another chance to get motion going, another chance to be in the spotlight. And that was just one of them moments, man. It was just epic, just even being there.
With Gucci being in and out of jail, man, and y'all being tied so closely together, how did that impact your career along the way?
It gave me something to look forward to. Like, Gucci gonna get locked up. He gonna call me from jail. This happened the whole time. This was happening every so often, every couple of months. It's like, man, Gucci going back to jail.
Yeah.
But Gucci going to jail for the murder rap or the self-defense, that's the reason why we blew up so big, I feel like.
My God.
That's part of the, that's the story. That would make the story so great.
Yeah.
And it's like, and Gucci is always talking about Zaytoven this, Zay on the beat, Zay, my producer Zaytoven, Zay. So, he's making me bigger than life, and now he's a guy that people looking at him like, oh no, he the real guy. He just, he on a murder beef almost. So it just gave me so much credibility just being his producer, and him just being so street and just getting in and out of trouble. So I think that was just laying the foundation to bring me more credibility, man. So I enjoyed it, man. I enjoy he go to jail, because I know he gonna come out in a few months and he gonna be bigger than what he was before he went in.
First day out, that record right there, man.
Gave me chills when we did that.
My God.
Straight up. That's the first time he came home after the murder beef, and then that was the first time us seeing each other in the studio. We would talk on the phone, but we get in the studio and I'm just listening to him to record that. Man, I felt like I got chills. Like, this guy right here.
My God.
Straight up.
Future, seeing his trajectory, somebody that was actually able to reach the top and, his fullest potential. What was it like watching him grow and working with him during the that Space Cadets?
Man, it's amazing to see Future. Future just the best at it. Just he's the best, period.
Yeah.
You know, all around, pound for pound, he the best. You know what I mean? You can't beat him.
What was it that made Future the GOAT though, man?
I don't know. I want to say his consistency, his growth. Cause I produced on his first mixtape called 1000.
My God.
Yeah. So then he went from there. Then when he did Dirty Sprite,
it was over.
Bro, when Dirty Sprite came out, I was just like, man, thank God I'm on this project right here. Straight up. Cause I didn't, right back then it was like Future was bubbling, but you didn't know he was finna be what he was.
We ain't know Dirty Sprite was gonna be
we ain't know
crazy.
Dirty Sprite was gonna be crazy like that. So I was like, I remember him calling me, letting me hear the song that was going on Dirty Sprite.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, that's what's up. That's John Hard.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was finna be what it was.
Back to back.
So when he just started getting greater and greater every time he dropped, he just started getting bigger and bigger. So he's the guy that took Zaytoven from, Zaytoven is the guy out there in Atlanta, to being top 50 producers of the century.
Woo!
Beast Mode is the reason why that I'm even, a top producer. Because it shows like, okay, now Zaytoven, now he's something different now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Studio sessions though, Zay. Which studio sessions stick out to you to where you were like, okay, this guy's in here blacking out on this track?
It's Future every time, bro. Future, you don't know, man, listen, you don't know what's finna happen you in the studio with Future.
Oh my God.
I never seen nobody as good as him recording. I recorded with a lot of people.
Yeah.
But his method, his approach, he's so great as an artist. It don't even matter. You know how you, as a producer, you got some beats like, I know these beats hard.
Yeah.
These beats okay, and this and that.
Yeah.
It don't matter what beat you pull up, it's gonna turn into like, bro, he just turned your beat into a hit.
Oh my God.
Straight up.
OJ the Juice Man, though, another trap legend.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
what was it like seeing him bubble and going out as a legend as well?
Man, that's my
Come
brother.
on,
That's
chicken.
like, Juice is the guy, man. It's like, this almost like my real brother right here. Juice is so young and vibrant and still looking good, and
Come
just how
on.
he is, just his character, his personality, bro. I love Juice to death.
Come on.
And I'm so glad that he's a legend. Cause he's one of the guys I would want to be like, to say, this my brother, he a legend.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Come on.
So Juice that's my main guy right there.
Well, it seems like everybody that came through that basement, Zay, went out as legends, studio soundtracks as well. We got songs like Bricks. Can't forget the Jug Man in this thing.
Can't forget
man.
Ralph.
Come on,
What?
man.
Ralph, this is my real brother. Like, these my guys. Like, these my
You can hear
real
the
guys.
music, though.
These my real guys, bro. But they help me. These are the guys that help shape who I am and shape my sound. I
Okay.
wouldn't be Zaytoven if it wasn't for, Ralph and Juice and Young LA and all these Bankroll Fresh, all these young guys coming
Come
up.
on.
Shop Boys. It's so
Boys.
many, bro. I don't even want to start naming names because I'm going to forget.
Take your time and do the best.
Man, I'm going to forget. It's too many.
Everybody in Atlanta?
Yeah, Atlanta, bro. Atlanta helped make me who I am. You know what I mean? So,
How does that feel, though, to have your fingerprints on everybody?
man, it's the biggest blessing in the
You
world.
see what I'm saying?
It makes me proud. It makes me to look back and say, I had something to do with that, or I worked with that person, this person. Just to be a part of their career is just the biggest blessing in the world, for me.
Now, Zay, when you're dealing with street folks, though, man, egos play a lot into the music as well. So when you start to see that money coming in, and it might go to certain artists' head, how do you maintain your humility dealing with folks throughout all of those different transitions?
I think it's just in me. I feel like I'm just a humble person, and that's just who I am. That's just my characteristic. I'm still a church musician. I'm still at church three times out the week, and I'm grounded, in that aspect. I'm still hearing the preacher preach all the time. I'm still listening to gospel music all day. So I'm grounded and rooted, in something different. So I'm not gonna get out of character and act a certain type of way. Even though I know this artist, they just got a whole lot of money, now they acting funny.
Come on.
But that's I expect
you.
that. I expect that. I mean, these artists they have a certain gift and they got something special and unique. So I mean, I understand. I understand when an artist kind of blow up and it's like, bro, he acting a little different.
Yeah.
You almost have to a lot of times.
My God. What do you tell Zayskii? You say, all right, now, Zay, when you go out here and you blow up and you become the biggest,
And stop answering my phone calls.
you ain't gonna answer that phone call.
I'm gonna answer my dad's phone.
Nah. You know,
What do you tell him?
nothing, man. It's not only what I tell him is I try to show him. You know, I think that means more, it holds more value.
Yeah.
When it's like I can look at this person and he don't even have to say much. I just see how he move and see his character, and that's, you know, that says enough.
Zay, are you prepared for that though, young Zayskii?
Yeah, I'm ready for that.
Are you sure you ready for it?
I'm sure I'm ready for
Do
it.
you want that attention? Do you want the haters? Do you want the women? Do you want the phone calls 24/7? I need you, bruh. I need you, bruh. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that though, man? I mean, what is it that makes you so prepared for this?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you done went to gladiator school with your
Yeah,
dad?
gladiator
maybe,
school.
basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
gladiator
Okay,
school. I like that.
I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you this though, Zay. As a producer that can actually play, what difference does that make versus the sampling producers when it comes to the money side of the game? And what advice do you got for other producers that want to get into the game that can play?
I always try to tell producers, learn the instrument, learn how to play, learn some chords, learn skills, because this gonna keep you making beats for years to come without using anybody else, without sampling anything.
Yeah.
I'm one of those producers, like, I don't want to chop up my money and give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, just because the song blowing up, now I ain't really making that much money off of it, but I
Yeah.
did the song. Nah, you know, I'm one of those guys that what gives me confidence is me producing it. I made the drums on there. I did the piano. I did this, you know, and I didn't have to use nobody else or use something else. So I always try to encourage producers to learn that stuff, because that's what's going to keep you around. That's what's going to separate you from everybody else.
Your creativity though, Zay, because I mean, at the end of the day, you got all of these artists lined up at your house needing tracks, and you was spitting them tracks out like this here.
Yes, sir.
How the hell were you staying motivated, and how were you staying creative in this thing and not giving everybody the same track?
It's what keeps me motivated is the artist.
Okay.
Like when we name all these different artists, they hear the music different. They gonna rap on it different. They gonna have different cadences. So that alone inspires me to make something new. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm working with Trouble today. I need to make something like this.
Yeah.
I'm working with Future today. I need to make something like that. And it just allows me to tap into, you know, different bags.
Usher, Papers, Grammy Time. How did that collaboration come about? And then when the Grammy came with it, how did that make you feel?
So that came about through Sean Garrett.
What up, though? The pen?
The pen. Yeah. Sean Garrett. I get, you know, he's the type of guy that when a new producer is making noise and coming up, he tap in like, oh, I need to.
He's
I need
a smart
Yeah,
man.
that's a smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a smart play. So, so that's how I got that. I gave him, you know, some beats. He wrote a song, and he like, man, I've got a smash for Usher. But I never worked with a writer before. I never did none of that before. So I'm used to just working with all the trap rappers that's coming to my basement.
Yeah.
So you telling me that we got a smash with Usher and this, and I don't even halfway believe. Like, okay, man, all right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Until, you know, months down the line, he like, hey, bro, they going with this song for the first single, you know, and this finna be a hit. Then it go #1. People calling me. You know, I wasn't looking at the Billboard charts, none of that stuff. I wasn't caring about that.
Yeah.
I was caring if our song was playing in the Libra.
Yeah.
As long as the Libra popping, then that's all I cared about.
Come on.
Yeah, so to get that #1 and everybody tell me, I'm like, oh, that's big. You know, everybody congratulating me. And I felt like it was a special moment for me. But at the same time, if that go #1 on the charts, that's a blessing.
Yeah.
But for OJ the Juice Man made the trap say, hey, go #8 on the charts.
Come on.
That makes it, I feel that much stronger about that because I know where that came from.
Yeah.
With Usher, it don't matter who produced it or whatever, that's gonna be #1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's got a machine.
Yeah, it's got a machine, and
Yeah.
you know, he's such a big artist that, you know, I feel like I didn't make the difference.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, I
made
feel
the
I made the
difference.
difference, but you know how it is. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm a small fry in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Over here, you got
It was the muscle. Come
Zay, Juice. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Gucci. It's like, you know, it made me feel like that's Zaytoven sound, that's Zay and his people coming straight out the basement.
Yeah.
And they, you know, they did this. So, you know, that stuff make me feel a lot better.
Dolph, Preach, man, when that one went crazy, because that's another anthem as well. What was that like seeing him going crazy on that track and that one becoming another classic in the South?
Man, all that stuff is just, man, I can't even explain it a lot of times.
Yeah.
Because it's like like I say, these artists are making me bigger.
Yeah.
Dolph come around and, you know, he working with Gucci. I'm gonna give Dolph some beats.
Yeah.
Dolph rap on, if you go back to his mixtapes, it's like I was doing almost half of the mixtapes all the time.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, you know, and Dolph was just my guy.
Yeah.
So for a song like Preach to just bleed through,
Yeah.
it's like, man, I'm right back I'm at the top spot again.
See that?
Yeah, yeah.
Did it stress you out when Dolph would get on the track and snap on folks?
Now, see, I didn't know. I didn't even know that till it came out.
Oh my God.
I was like, no, I'm gonna tell you the worst part was it came out and it's like that's a signature Zaytoven beat.
Yeah.
It got the tag in it and the artwork said produced by Zaytoven.
Oh my
and
God.
Gotti my buddy too. So it's like,
my God.
But people, like I say, people know me. People know my character. So on both sides. Gotti didn't look at me no certain type of way.
Yeah.
No, nobody looked at me no certain type of way. So.
Was it stressful as hell?
Not really stressful, because you got to think, it's another song. I remember my buddy K Digger come to me like, boy, they didn't play that song. You know, he at the club every night. He said, man, they played that song 10 times last night.
Oh my God.
I'm like, for real, it's making noise like that? He said, boy, that junk going crazy. So it doesn't do nothing but still keep my name, you know, and
ringing.
keep my name ringing. So, you know, it's a gift and a curse when it comes to that.
Kendrick and Drake, when you saw them going back and forth, man, what was going through your mind when that happened? And Zayskii, I'm gonna need you to tap in on this one as well, sir.
Nothing really. Not, you know, I think both of them, you know, super dope artists. You know, Drake one of the biggest. When Drake said my name on Versace, it made me feel like, oh, bro, I'm out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I honestly listened to it as like good competition. I was listening to both sides, just coming back and forth. I'm like, boy, they going crazy. So it's for, you know, I've been in the game a long time.
Yeah.
And I done watch artists go back and forth, and it's like it's good competition. It brings out some of the best music out of the artists. So,
what did you think about it, Zayskii?
I'm gonna be honest, I ain't even listen to their songs.
Now, you didn't hear, they not like...
I mean, I hear it like on social media, but I didn't take my time on my day to go listen to their song or listen to Drake's song. I could care less about the beef, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I was just like, I mean...
Well, see, now I gotta ask you this, though, Zayskii. Was that an old man beef to you, sir?
Yeah, I
You
didn't
see what I'm saying? So you gotta watch out for the young folks. You didn't care about two old men.
Yeah, old man. Yeah, that's an old man beef.
I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even think it was real at first. I thought it was like I thought social media was making it seem like they was arguing.
Okay.
Until I heard They're Not Like Us on TikTok and all that. I'm like, okay, they probably really beefing, but I still didn't take my time out my day to go listen to them.
My God.
I went and started recording my own music. I said, okay, I mean, that's cool, but you know, what that got to do with me?
10-piece hot with Dro.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, Dro is one of the greatest lyricists ever born in this thing.
Nah, for sure.
What is it like when you get in there with him and cook up a whole tape and then that put it on, sir?
Yes,
you
sir.
know what? Let me just make this PSA right fast. Because, see, that should be on every radio station in Atlanta in full rotation right now as we speak.
Sir.
And if it's not, it must be some foolishness going on or people ain't got an ear on their damn head. Talk to me about working with Dro, sir.
Man, Dro is just another guy, bro. It's like this. I've been working with for so long. We did a project called Hellcat back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, he just one of them artists like, bro, you can't out-rap this guy right here. And it's instant. Every time we get together, it's like it's instant. And what makes it so special this time with Dro is we hang out with each other a lot now. You know, his character, you know, the way he is now is like, bro, we got a lot of things in common.
Yeah.
We move, you know, alike in a lot of instances. So now it's like we doing music because we love to do music and work with each other, but at the same time, this became like a real friend, like that I'm hanging with all the time.
Yeah.
So I think that's what makes that even that much more special.
Okay, when it comes to blacking out in the studio, Future Dro, sir.
Blacking out,
Yeah.
it's two different. What is two? Dro gonna go hit a beat. He gonna get his pen and paper out and say, "Boy, I'm finna murder this."
Oh my
he
God.
Gonna, you know, he just gonna, you know, he gonna just dissect the beat and just go crazy.
Yeah.
Future is one of those guys. It's like turn the lights down. It can be 100 people in the room. Just turn the beat on and turn the microphone on.
My God.
And watch me work. Y'all just be quiet and give me 15 minutes, and then listen to the song, you're gonna be like, shh, hold on. This dude's like alien. Like, I know where he just do that.
Come on. Last song I gotta ask you about, one of my favorites is that Young Ralph and Scooter, All We Do.
What you know about that?
That was one of my favorite niggas. I used to have that thing on repeat,
Golly.
sir. How did that banger come about?
That's so Ralph been my brother since we first started, you know, back when he did Look Like Money.
Yeah.
Then we started working with each other after that. So I always worked with Ralph. Then Scooter became one of those, like, Scooter popping out. He the new guy. So Ralph like, bro, we gotta get a song with Scooter. I remember they came to the house. I made the beat right then, did the song right then. And Scooter is just like, something about Scooter flow.
Yeah.
It's like I just fell in love with just how his flow is.
Yeah.
So that's why me and Scooter super extra close.
My God.
I remember Gucci calling me like, man, you and Scooter going harder than what me and you used to go.
Gucci.
Straight up. So, you know, and that's the biggest blessing out of everything is me having these personal relationships with all these guys.
Yeah.
And watching them go from, you know, not even rapping to like, man, this Joker he the hottest thing out.
Exactly.
So,
what would you go back and tell your younger self, though, Zay? If you had to do it all over again and you just wanted to hurry up and get there a little quicker or a little easier?
I did, man. I enjoy walking the hill.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think it condition you better just for life, period. And I think I done been around for so long is because I've been slowly climbing up the hill.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be a producer that come in and is like, okay, he the hottest thing in the world, and now the time is ticking on you where it's like, okay, he got about another year or two, then he gonna be over with. You know. I enjoy just going up the hill casually and getting more success just as the years go on. It helps for a better story, and it puts me in a position where I'm at right now, with even with my son.
Yeah.
You know, I still relevant enough to work with him, and it means something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who gave you the best advice though along the way, though, Zay?
Advice, man,
whether it be your daddy or just anybody in the industry.
All the people like my dad, my mom, pastors that, you know, I've been playing in different churches all my life, getting just wisdom from different pastors that I, you know, been, you know, playing at the church for. Like I say, JT the Bigger Figure was one of those guys.
Yeah. Just
anybody that was older, that was around me, that just giving me game, you know. And I feel like I'm a pretty intelligent person when it comes to making good decisions. So, you know, that mixed with my own decision making, it got me where I'm at.
Lastly, the film side of things, though, man. Birds of a Feather, break it down to me. What was it that made you get into the film game? And what was that like, getting all of these artists together behind that camera?
Man, filming Birds of a Feather might have been one of the funnest times I had in my life.
My God.
Because I'm not an actor, and I'm not trying to be no actor. But my buddy Al Nuke from Detroit came up. Yeah, Nuke came from Detroit. And I just remember we was just shooting pool in my house one day, and he put his movie on. He did a movie called 17,000 Block.
Yeah.
And I'm watching him act in it. And I'm like, bro, that's you? He like, yeah, that's me acting. He wrote it. He did everything, directed it. And I was like, oh, bro, we should do something. I want to do something like that.
Yeah.
He put the Birds of a Feather together, and it's, you know, it's close to like some of my music story in a way, and it just, everybody just gravitated to it. And me just acting, I just had fun, just want to do that every day.
I can dig it. Zayskii, what we working on, what folks need to be looking out for, boss?
Little album on the way. I got a little album on the way. Well, I'm really about to put out a single, but
okay, now break down this album to me, man. What all went into making this thing happen, and what can we be expecting from it, man?
I ain't gonna lie, I really don't even want to say it.
You don't want to let the cat out the bag.
Nah, I really don't.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. Single though, when is that dropping?
I'm just waiting on a little feature, and then it's gonna come out.
Ooh.
Yeah, waiting on a little feature.
We doing that today.
Yeah, doing that today.
But we got some right now that you can play that's just like, it's a song that's moving right now, called Up Through, that he did.
Yeah.
And it remind you of Shot Boys Up Through There a little bit.
Yeah.
Just the beat alone, and I was like, ooh, that sound like Up Through There a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like every time he posted on social media, I done played it in clubs. DJ Holiday played it the other day on the radio station.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just got that sound to it.
Come on.
That's gonna hold us until we drop the main single.
Nah, I can dig it.
Yep.
Anything y'all want the fans to know before we slide, fellas?
we tied in, man.
Yeah.
We excited. We excited for the summer. I feel like this is it's like legacy season for if you look at every father and son, a lot of father and son duos are happening right now. So for us just to be in that moment is we super excited and we gonna show up.
Now you ain't putting the pressure on them like Young Bronny out here, are you?
How you got to put some pressure on them.
Well, fellas, I can dig it, man. I appreciate y'all coming through here. Wish y'all nothing but the best and much success. Be Hot Radio Shout is Zayskii, Zaytoven.
Yes, sir.
We gone.